Good afternoon, morning and evening, depending on where one sits on the equator of planet Earth. Love and hugs and greetings goes out to every one of you. Now, it's been serious and it still is serious, and it's important that you start getting up into those higher frequencies and higher vibrations. I keep pushing out the divine energy and the divine truth and the divine love and hope, faith and charity. We get through all this darkness. It's been eaten away at your fear and all your other addictions and so forth, because that's what they do. That's why they divide and conquer. We touched on this base yesterday. But this is why they do it, to install fear into you guys, so the demiurge and his dark archons and any other dark critters and creatures and monsters that want to feed on that. If you don't give them what they want, they'll disappear. They'll go somewhere else. Don't know where. As I said, I haven't got the answers for everything, but they probably go somewhere to another planet. And thus I'd probably be called to another planet without the galaxies and throughout the universe and galaxies to fix that planet. In another dimension, as I said, these ones live in another dimension that you cannot see because you're in the three-dimensional. You go up in the 5 and 5th dimension, it's all going to be for the betterer and for the greater good of humanity. Now, I did watch another YouTube channel, and they said 40,000 children. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's just in Australia. 40,000 children go missing just in Australia alone. What dark, sinister, evil rituals are happening here in Australia? And I know Canberra, there's a few symbolisms there with Freemasonry. But you must remember and refresh your memories, and I'll tell you outright that Freemasonry was infiltrated eons ago. 1777, that's when it started, but there was things before Freemasonry, other societies, and they weren't secret. Anyone could join them. But they instilled, again, they said all these secret societies are dirty. No, they made them dirty and distrustful. And as I said, we've been betrayed, and treachery has been happening for ages, eons. And this is what we're here to fix. Because as I said, they put infiltrators in organisations and imposters and impersonators and pretenders. And all this was done before our digital age now, where we are now. And it's just the Almighty, the Most High, has given these tools, as in YouTube and so forth, to express our truth. No longer opinions anymore, it is truth. As I said with the Epstein files, they turn around and say, oh, there's statute of limitations on the Epstein files. What a lot of hogwash that is. There is no statute of limitations. So when it comes to murder, I think that's their law too. But it's definitely our divine laws. It's in the 10 Commandments. The Ark of Covenant. Okay, it's all there. It's all for everyone to see now. You've got to be strong. And I've got the sword of truth. And the divine truth. The divine love. And that divine energy. Let it all flow. Go with the flow. I can direct it out there and let it all flow naturally. It's when you start fighting against your natural selves, all you're doing is giving yourself uppercuts. Cut it out. Just let it flow. And as I said, cast out all your negativity and all that toxicity and go forward with divinity. And as I said, it's all about redemption too, and confessionals. Time to confess, because the jig is up on this darkness. There will be no corner on this earth where they can dwell in the darkness, because we shall find them. The light shall prevail. And it's a bright light now. It's bright as. Get your energy from the sun, your planets, through your astrology. They'll all give you strength. And do your prayers of a night time to the Most High. Ask for forgiveness for whatever you've done wrong or committed crimes. You can only ask for forgiveness. Now, I drew some cards yesterday, and then there was one number there, 1919, because I reviewed it, I recapped it, and 1919 stood out to me, so we'll give you that, keep that card to the side. I also done the cards before, tarot cards and the judgment card, and the star card. Just about flew up in front of my eyes. So I kept them two cards too with the tarot reading. But now we begin, almost forgot, transmitting, casting out and receiving from our beautiful, beautiful divine energy, 4-T, the spiritual embassy. Okay, so angel, the angel. Sorry, I stand corrected. The fairies. This is the fairies oracle card, and we get to the other oracle cards in just a jiffy. So, yep, we got the fairies oracle card. So this is what we're reading. Only going to draw one. I think the sexuality card comes out quite often, so I'm pretty sure that's about all these 40,000 children just alone going in Australia. What is it the rest of the world? There's something sinister and very, very dark happening on this timeline. And this is our timeline and our realm of truth and light. Pure truth and pure light. And I was talking the other day, I put on one of my videos. Yes, when I was 21, I bought a brand new Commodore. A little bit older than 21, but a brand new Commodore. It was a VL, and it cost me $16,500. Now he said, oh yeah, with all inflation and this and that. No, incorrect. I've been around, I'm an old soul, and I'm getting pretty old now, up in the 60s. And I'm only representing about 8% of the population as it is. I'm saying today's 30-year-olds, inflation hasn't kept up with your wages. Now, I've done armed security for quite a few years, probably, 8 years in the Royal Australian Navy, and then armed security, probably for about 15 of those years, and then just a normal security officer walking around sites, and Defence Force sites, they were high prestige sites. So I was looking after that, and that's why I'm saying the wages, and my mate just told me the other day too, a really good mate, like a brother. Well, we're all brothers and sisters anyways. But he said, yeah, I looked at my wage the other day from 15 years ago. He's getting the same wage 15 years ago as what he's getting today doing security, because he's also a security officer. Or as they said, what they call us, an operative, security operative. But I think it's gone back to security officer again. So, and I've looked at my for the last 30, 40 years, and I tell you, it definitely hasn't kept up. We've gone up 5%, but these house prices and that, they've gone up thousands of percent. As I said, I bought a block of land up at Queensland, Kalula Cove, back in 2017. 85 grand. 85 grand. I think I negotiated down to 82,000 cash. Well, that same block of land now, I'm telling you guys, and what are we in? 26, so 9 years ago, it was 85 grand. Now, look at the price now. I think it's up over 400,000. You maybe have a garage on it. Maybe, if you're lucky or fortunate enough. Tell me something sinister and dark isn't happening. Because if you go back to the 70s up to the 80s, in that 9 years, even 80s to the 90s, house prices didn't go up that much. Google it. Google it. You can see this with your own eyes. I'm just putting the truth out there, the pure truth out there, so you can start using your nous and processing your thoughts and refresh your memories on everything. And you get this up in the high frequencies. And that's why you go, wowzer. Yes, it's a wowzer. Because there's something sinister, dark, evil at play. And you see that with your own eyes. All right, so, as I said, these card readings, exactly what goes on. Use your intuition. Time for you guys, because I know for a fact and the truth, there's a great mass awakening and it's unstoppable and inevitable. Because you guys are getting the drift on what's going on out there now. And it's terrible, terrible, horrible things you're seeing with your own eyes. But it's just unfortunate, this is the way it's got to be, to have that mass awakening. Unstoppable and inevitable. Use your intuition. Simples, isn't it? Simples peoples. Use and trust. As I said, trust in God and use your trust and trust your intuition and use your intuition. Okay, so I'm going to draw one of them cards today. We'll see what's on the bottom part. Yep, raising your standards is on the bottom. Now I'll read this one out. Trust your intuition. Should be up the back here somewhere. All right, trust your intuition. The card meaning, it is safe for you to follow your heart's guidance. You know deep down what to do. This card asks you to trust and follow this inner intelligence. Has your inner guidance been trying to get your attention lately? Perhaps a gut feeling is tugging at you like a seeing eye dog. An inner voice has been screaming at you, or you've had dreams charged with profound emotions and symbolism lately. As I said, symbolisms are good. You interpret those symbolisms as goodness and greatness. That's how you see it. It's only the darkness that twists and trick you in temptations and so forth, in their dark tools and their dark devices. By drawing this card, you're being urged to pay careful attention to these various forms of intuition. Now is not the time to ignore these messages or procrastinate. Trust is inner wisdom, just as you would if it came from a respected teacher. What's 33? The master teacher. I sending out those good frequencies and good vibrations. Know that you aren't imagining the guidance. Its powerful and repetitive voice is a sign that you are truly getting clear and trustworthy messages that are worth following. You're here for a reason. We have all brought you here for a reason. To loosen up, listen, and use these my frequencies. And the universe, galaxies, the Most High, celestial beings, ancestral spirits, and the ascendant masters. Now, they might have tried to kill our aristocracy because it was very, very spiritual. And that's what they couldn't take away, our spirituality. So we come back and fight another day, which is now, in the now, and knowing 409 years. And I've said this, and I didn't realise it until I started researching it more and more and more for the truth and going down that rabbit hole. I've been down that rabbit hole plenty of times, okay? And this is why it's better and a lot better for you guys, because you don't have to do that, because I've done that for you guys. And now I see all over YouTube at the moment, oh, there's demons, there's this and that. That would never have been said 30-odd years ago. I was saying this 38 years ago, and because you guys weren't in the light, and you were still in that darkness and trapped there, and some of you are still trapped there, a lot of you now are up on the higher frequency and vibrations, and that is great, because then I see that we're prospering and progressing, and I love it. I love what you guys are doing because, as I said, use my energies, my divine energy, and my unconditional love to go forward. Its powerful and repetitive voice is a sign that you are truly getting clear and trustworthy messages that are worth following. Affirmation, I trust and follow my feelings and thoughts without question or delay. Synchronicities. The synchronicity is flowing out there big time. And I love it. I love it. I love waking you up. Everyone I wake up, even if it's just one, hey, task completed. But, as I said, I want many. As I said, 1, 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000, in the tens of thousands, then the hundreds of thousands, and then the millions. And the billions. If we can get across the line for 1 billion people listening to my messages, how happy and how progressive is that? I'm happy today. I'm excited. And I'm happy because it's 11th of March, 2026. And that's my visionary number 11. I have great, great vision for billions of us. And that is why I draw my energy at this stage, because we are in battle. I'm at war. And this is why my planet is Mars. And the royal star, Antares. The big super planet. Humongous planet. That gives me much energy for my strength. And this is why I am capable of making big things happen. And this gaze, as I said, the Jaguar will draw out any darkness and terminate it. Because the darkness is decaying and it's just going to perish. Our light and our powers to be are much more humongously powerful. And we expect the unexpected and we speak the truth. The pure truth to you guys. As the truth comes in, flows out to you guys, and this is why, yes, I'm concerned with those 40,000 children. We must do something, and now we can. Now we can. Unstoppable and inevitable. Now, 1919, you probably saw this on my last video I done, or did. I noticed that 1919 did flick out, and that's the card I should have chosen. But as my mind is racing throughout the universe and galaxies, then coming back to Mother Gaia with all this pure light and divine energy and pure truth, there's a lot of things happening. As I said, I'm getting a lot of emails with what this sinister, evil darkness is doing out there. Timelessness, and we're living in the now and knowing. And I sit before you because we call you for the Solar, Jaguar, Emperor. And we'll see how much this resonates, this 1919. Karma and warning to the darkness, because we're going to have judgment. And it's funny how I called this card out before too, judgment. Well, it's not funny, it's serious. Serious. Influence, power, cycles, changes, rebirth in the cycle 1. Karma will be paying you a visit. Karma will be paying all this darkness a visit. And I want you to release the need to control, because you cannot force things. And this is what let it all flow in. Let the divine energy flow in. Learn your lessons so they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. Of course. Now, I'll just quickly, I've shuffled these cards before, but I like to shuffle them again. So, universe might have something different to communicate with us. Or it might be the Most High that communicates with us. 0606, commitment. This is what you've got to commit. Commit to yourselves and commit to the universe and the Most High, and with your honesty. Trust your inner intuition. Loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realms. It's all communicating with you guys, because we brought you here to listen. Listen to the truth. Reason, meaning, and purpose for everything. Once you find out your authentic identity, many things are going to happen, because we are capable of it. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort, release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. Open up, for the best is yet to come. Open up, because the best is yet to come. Unstoppable, inevitable. 1919, 0606. And look what's on the bottom, the 1818. And that's another universal. It's great. It's great the way it communicates with us. What do we have? Oh, I love it. And the 7's on the bottom. Love it. Contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. No, we are so certain and have no doubt and full of confidence, full of strength, integrity, honour, justice, judgment. We give judgment too, but the Most High will give his final judgment. All this darkness and evil creatures and monsters will go into the fire of brimstone. What's the synchronicities race across this whole realm? Our realm of enlightenment and empowerment. You're being empowered. Everything that may come your way, you'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share. This indeed I do, and I share it, as in my unconditional love. Yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. Well, do I have clarity in crystallization and coherence? Now you've got the message of the 777s. Divine intervention. And it's all a happening thing. Now you just saw me, or see me. Depends on our English and grammar, doesn't it? Okay, so for the betterer, for once you just see me pull the rabbit out of the hat. Just a figure of expression, so to speak. Create speech. Universe. Communicating. Wish coming true. Totally true. Moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization. 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 Manifestation. Gateway and take action. Now the gate, you got the Stargate, you got many portals, you got the grids, energy divine grids. That's why they build the cathedrals and so forth where they are, because they align with the grids of Mother Gaia. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience new opportunities, or exciting acquaintances. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. This is for you guys. The right place at the right time. This has been done. Throughout the galaxies and universes, this has already been done before we were even born. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Fate. Etaf. Something I'm going to have to look up with that one. Okay, so we drew. Well, that flicked out to us yesterday. Then we drew the 0606. And now we've got all a happening thing. Unstoppable, inevitable. It's been cast out throughout the galaxies and universe and the Most High eons ago. And we're here now because it's timelessness. We're in the now and the knowing and the source. Life, death, rebirth, transformation, reformation, restoration. Connectiveness, collectiveness, wholesome, oneness, and the source. grasp it, appreciate it, acknowledge it, accept it, and it's all good. It's all good. Now these cards, as I said, Judgment flicked out and the Star flicked out. Now we had the Star the other day, so I'm going to shuffle this now. Judgment first. Judgment and Justice. High Arcana cards. Now, because we're in the now and we're in the knowing. Enchantment, pulsing, reciprocity. And reciprocate. And solidarity. Do you see solidarity coming up now across the realm? Synchronicity. The Moon card. The Star and the Moon. All about transformation. It's here. What do we have? Strength. Strength. The 8 card. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, anything you want to ask, I guess you guys know the answer to that question now, don't you? 4 yes cards. So what do you guys think? Okay, it's all a thinking process and using your critical thinking. I'm excited and I'm in a really, really happy mood today. Nice frame of mind. Because I know we're going forward in big, big leaps and bounds because I am capable of making big, 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 big things happen. Unstoppable, inevitable. Now I'm just going to draw that last card. What do we have? The 7 of Pentacles, balancing the scales, and more or less, fortune. Fortune for you guys. Okay, so I'll read the Judgment card. The Judgment card, it's a fire and Pluto. Judgment, Pluto, remember, life, death, rebirth, transformation, restoration and reformation. Back to your spiritual selves. Enlightenment. Empowerment. And sovereignty. Judgment, rebirth, inner calling, a new phase, absolution, reckoning. It's a big reckoning for this darkness. Awakening, the great mass awakening. The now and knowing. Redemption, forgiveness and mercy. Now it's a 20, which is a 2, back to your duality. And balancing the polarities. Polarities. Reduces to 2, and 2 is about balancing, yes, polarities. And this is what I'm saying with the left and right. That's a balancing act too. The left is too soft, and maybe the right is too hardliner. So you balance it up, and it's all about negotiating and compromising. As I said, if there's a serial killer out there and he's killed 13 people, the left says, oh, hang on, we can rehabilitate him and do all good things for him, and maybe he's going to change. He'll never change, I'll tell you right now, because if you look it up too, most murderers, and this is the truth, and you can laugh under your breath all you want, but it's the truth. It's hereditary through families. Now, the right will want to punish him and hang him, which I would do because I believe an eye for an eye. But the right, you just lock this serial killer up for life in jail where he belongs. But this left wants to let him out after 60 or 70 years, well, probably less. I've seen people get out for murder for 10, 12 years jail time. And the left lets him out. The right would have kept him in for about 30 or 50 years. The left is way too soft and it's too woke. But we can compromise and balance this. Okay? So, and I know you'll never please everybody, but if you please the majority, that's what I'm on about. The majority of people. And no, I do not have any hang-ups or anything about any gayness. I've spoke to many gay people in my life doing security, and they come under our laws also. Okay, no one is above the law. No one. And not even me. The natural law. Divine law. And the divine right. And this is what happens within the spiritual, well, your spiritual side. Spiritualism, spirituality. And this is what the darkness took away from you. And they've trapped you in their web of lies and deceit and smoke and mirrors, divide and conquer, supply and demand. You've seen it all. You've seen it all now with your own eyes. And they've been doing this, and I call them out because I can. And now you guys can take action because yous can. And that's what it is. It's a call to action. Of course, are we up to the star card? The star card. Now, the star card is all about hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, and rejuvenation. 17, which reduces back to the 8, is about power and success. And that's Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Told you, can't sing, but you tune into me frequency because I give you strength. Strength to do what we must do because we're in the now and the knowing. The great mass awakening. Unstoppable, inevitable. Strength, courage, passion, subtle power, perseveration, influence, inner strength, focus and compassion, power, strength and control, the right control. And now the Ace of Pentacles, abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career or financial opportunity, new adventure and prosperity. Prosperity, there it is, prosperity. Ace of Pentacles, Earth, Mother Gaia. Pioneering, leaning, alpha, dominance, ambitious, and originality. Originality of your authentic identity. See? And we just keep pushing it out, keep pushing that divine energy out. And now we have the lovely Six of Pentacles, Earth again, second deacon in Taurus, the bull. Remember the bull with the horns? Whoa, yes. Movement, balance, solutions, harmony, healing, empathy, giving, receiving, sharing, wealth, generosity, and clarity. Clarity. Divine clarity, divine crystallization, and divine coherence. It's all beautiful because it is what it is and as is. As I said, no such thing as a coincidence. And I guess you guys get all that now because it's all plastered everywhere now, isn't it? Plastered everywhere. Plastered everywhere. 1, 1, 1, 1. How the universe communicates with us all. Angel number oracle cards, if anyone wants to get that pack. Bit of an ad for it, isn't it, really? I don't really, well, as you know, I don't do ads, but I find them good oracle cards, so this is why I'll let you guys know. And now we do Egyptian gods oracle cards to the Tutankhamun or Tutankhamun. Yes, my blood lineage goes back to him, back to the pharaohs too, Egyptians. The good guys, not the bad ones, not the bad one that sent Moses on his way and packing with all the Israelites. As you all know now, Cogra means reeds with the indigenous brothers and sisters. Enlightenment. What do we get? What do we get? Wisdom. Wisdom. Genesis, all about restarting, isn't it? Restarting. So with our wisdom, we have Genesis, and we'll probably get rebirth now. Alchemical force. And I am the alchemical wizard. The white solar wizard, Jaguar. And this is why I'm the guardian of the east and watcher of the west. Yes, the solar, Jaguar, Emperor. What a beautiful role I've stepped into, my organic self, my authentic identity, that the universe has given me these gifts to fight against such evil darkness. A blessing, and I have gratitude and appreciation every day. And help and assistance and guidance from our celestial beings, Most High, Ascended Masters. They're all here to help, assist and support and give us guidance. Love and hugs, brothers and sisters. In a happy mood. And let it shine, and shine brightly. And as for this darkness, this evil, sinister critters, creatures, monsters at play on our realm, may they decay, which they're decaying now, and perish. Transmitting and casting and broadcasting and receiving from channel 4-T, the spiritual embassy. And yous are here because we're all connected in our collectiveness, wholesome, oneness, and the source. Take care, everybody out there. Stay safe, and you know now, bye for now.